Welcome to Huntington, West Virginia and Jones C. Edwards Stadium, home to the thundering herd of Marshall and one of the toughest places to play in all of college football. Today, a showdown of a couple of foes from the Sun Belt. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Marshall Thundering Herd. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Chanticleers will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Thundering Herd offense takes the field for the first possession of the game. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. It's a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Finding open areas. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Thundering Herd faces a 3rd and short. Johnson looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Got a first down. Turning it on. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on a 61-yard touchdown run. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, they're not going to do what happened last week. You can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And the shot that clears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The shot that clears will have it 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Applewhite. Got his man on the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing.
Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Complete downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. They're going to run it to the right. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
The give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Thundering Herd needing a ton of ground to get it to that first down marker. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Quickly out to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Marshall will be forced to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Off the play fake on first down. Finds the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. And the Chanticleers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Quarterback looks for a little space. The offense changing the play. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. The run to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Zings it complete to the right. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important 1st down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
The Chanticleers are flying down the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw. It's Applewhite. Makes the grab on the left. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Caught close to the marker. It's Courtney. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the 1st.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Powell. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Not a chance. Missed it. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Got his man out of the backfield. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Here comes the heat. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Catch in the middle. It's Williams. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Punt is on its way. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker. Of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. Looking to pass. It's Applewhite. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He got loose. Almost housed it. Finally dragged down at the 32. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Powell. It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on first down that just goes awry? They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half.
Here we go.
Second down, he'll throw it. Looking for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Huntington.
We're all locked up here in the 3rd quarter as he's set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Powell. Caught near the sticks. It's Applewhite. There he goes. Touchdown, Coastal. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. South Alabama is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 8 over ULM. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? Leaves it with the back. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. Marshall quick to the line. Johnson wants to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's White. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Offense in the hurry-up.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. Send the tight end in motion. The give on the option. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Hits a seam wide open. The tag. Touchdown, Hurd. Great job by the back on the option.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking for a deep man. Makes a grab for a big play. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, shot to clear. A great catch and run for 6. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Marshall takes over the ball. The thundering Herd offense coming out. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Running to Green. And he's brought down after a nice game. Now on first down from the 30. Gonna run it. It's Raymond. Plows through the defense. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. Here's a heat. Fires to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Rush is on him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Marshall will be forced to punt. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. They'll start this drive from the 42. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Makes the grab. Wide open spaces. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Back to pass, it's Applewhite. He fires a bullet to the right. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away and doing it clean. No PI on that one.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
That's caught. It's Courtney. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On fourth down, looking to pass. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Leaves it with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a 2nd and short. Finds a little space. Across the 45. Oh, a lot of space. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Marshall needs a near miracle on this 3rd and long. Johnson looking to throw. On target. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4.
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. Kicked a field goal, you're now within 1 possession. Can your defense get you the football back, and can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what you practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Give to the single back. Creates a little room. Lots of running room. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He's loose. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Chanticleers will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. They feed him again. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
To throw, it's Applewhite. Using the quick game. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
They're going to pass on the field goal. They're still looking for 6 in this situation. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Shoots it to the left. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I'll watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Trying to... It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. The defense making the play to drive in the dagger with that fumble recovery, and they should be able to run out the clock. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. It's one thing to execute early